friends. I am doing my late night analysis again. I gotta get ready for, oh my gosh, I gotta get more regular schedule. Sorry to complain about my personal stuff here, but here I'm late at night, probably get 3 or 4 hours before this trading stuff. But anyway, so I was gonna do a brief update here because I'm trying to figure out what to do because that silver has been a stinky. But anyway, so I figured this out. So what's funny about it, they said Japan was doing really well. They had some kind of special report, and then all of a sudden the market's tanking off in Japan, so they can't even prop it up with news. I'll show that in a second. So we're looking at crude oil, because I look at those in pair with the natural gas. Remember I took the natural gas short off, and now, it's up 3%. It's at 2%. I'm actually thinking about putting a trade on there. I'll do some analysis on that in a second. I might be pausing too because I want to keep, bore you and try to figure out what's happening here. So anyway, here's the commodities. So we're looking at commodities. Remember, there's a run of commodities. The silver is actually down. So I'm thinking about taking that off tomorrow. Okay, see that silver? I've been about flat almost something. It's been up and down, up and down. So I'm probably going to take that off because that silver, I'm really just not into that trade. It's not moving the way I want. They said when copper gets a bid, that's when you want to go into platinum. Well, folks, look at that. Copper's in a bid and platinum is still down. So I'm not going into platinum either. I'm kind of staying out of these commodities. I might actually go. I'm going to have to look at this here and instead of showing this thing on pause because I have to look at it. I'm actually thinking about going short on natural gas because there's going to be gaps. So I'll show that in a second. Let's see, but I want to show you. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. This is the just the futures overall. Okay, so here's the real markets. Now the futures are up again. Now I'm going to have to look at this because we might have too many gaps on some of these indexes. So take a look at that. See what else, anything of interest here, looking through the companies. Hewlett Packard's taking a little bit down, pre-market. It's all right. Ralph Lauren. I get a story about his actual original name is Shitlips, but don't mock rate that. I'm serious. His original name was Shitlips because he used to fly his airplane into Montrose, Colorado. He loved it. You see it said Ralph Lauren. Yeah, how many polo shirts are you going to sell if it says Shitlips? Now, I'm not trying to tease his name. Yeah, not very dang many, right? So he changed his name, right? And this was not a Mandela effect. This is a real name change. Anyway, that's what I don't understand why some people get name changes, don't. Why? All right, here it is. Yeah. Oh, my China short. See, it's not as red as I wanted. So I'm going to take it off of the Yang tomorrow. We'll take a look at that. And I'll take a look at that here. And so here's the Japan. See, here's the thing is, Japan was supposed to have the Nikkei was supposed to have some great news, and it tanks off. Not terrible. I mean, it's kind of a flat day, but still negative. They're kind of just walking this thing down like it's not offense to old ladies because, not being old is not funny, but walking down the stairs until it crashes. They're slowly lifting and lowering. It's ridiculous. Okay, so here's this. We can see gold slide down. This is back to this natural gas, and these aren't in sync for some reason. But hey. All right, I'm going to pause for a minute. Bitcoin still taking a hit. I told Brother Henry and some other ones, I said 16,000. Boy, boom, there it is. And boy, I feel bad because he's going to lose everything. And he won't want to talk to me. That's fine. I move on. I can't help the guy. He's got demons. He's a great guy, but boy, he's got a lot of work to do. I mean, he does not live by the actions of a true follower of Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior. I don't mean to talk about people. That's rude. But I will. You can talk about me. I don't care. You can talk in the script the world about how, and I will listen and I will correct my behavior. I have nothing to hide. God's there. The heavens there. They're all listening. So, and it's not. I don't know why. I mean, you might be on a more quiet, shy life, but once you drop your ego, I'm completely free. What I mean is free to, listen to you, and I do insult people. I apologize to the Father and Lord and angels for making mistakes. But once you drop all that, it's just, it becomes so easy to be accepting that, I'm going to fix that behavior, and I'm not afraid. There's times, I said, oh my God, I just apologize to the guy who cut me off the other day. He's honking, being an ass. I thought he was being an ass, right? But then I realized it's me. And he pulls up next to me, and he's like, I said, hey, what's going on, bud? So I was one of them, right? These people that are naughty. And then I corrected my behavior. He goes, hey, he goes, I don't want you hitting me. And he had his son with him. I said, his son was about, 18. I said, I'm sorry. I said, sir, I'm being a jerk. He goes, oh, no, don't worry about it. And then he got really nice. He realized it was, he's got his window down. He goes, and I said, it was just your honking stuff, the way you honked it. And anyway, so what are you honking and stuff? And I said, geez. So he goes, well, that's what it's for honking, to make you awake. I said, I know. I said, jerk, I apologize. Kind of being an a-hole. And that's you know what I mean? Because we all are human. We're only, you know, we're flesh and human here. And God knows that. Right. So anyway. All right, so I'm going to pause this real quick and I'll look at the others real fast. All right, hold on. Oh, I'm going to show you real quick. This is the BOIL, which is the long position natural gas leverage, right, with ETF. Now, here's the thing about this thing. This is a nightmare because it tried to look like a double bottom. Remember I told you they'll try to slap double bottoms? And it looks like a clean double bottom. But here's the problem is that there's no such thing as a double bottom. They'll take it out eventually. I guarantee it. It's coming out. Also, you have the MACD that rolled over. Remember I told you, look, the MACD is rolled over where the purple's gone through the orange, right? And see how it's rolled over? Rolling over. So you got this rollover on top of it, and the volume is heavy. It's heavy, right? And then we saw volume drop as this climbed up. Look how the volume pulls back. Now, that's still a lot of volume, though. So there was a lot of accumulation up there. People are accumulating, and so you know, what I mean is, so that's the issue there. But it'd been nice if it had been more level. And when it started getting up that top of candle there, see, this pulled back really tight, right? So I went to pull up UNG in a minute to see how that looks, because this is an ETF and it's not as accurate. So, but anyway, so here's what we got, okay? You got those gaps there, see? And there's the issue on the short side. You're going to have 3 gaps down. That is dangerous because that means they want to fill those gaps, right? Oh, they actually have 4. Look at this. You got one here between those to those. 2, 3, 4. That is really tough. I'm going to see if we can find one real quick. Oh, there's me. Sorry. Yeah. Hi. Anyway. When you get 4, it gets to be a nightmare. See, even these, let's see if we can see it 4. Boy, that's a tough one. See, they dropped down twice, and they pulled it up, and it took some time, and they came back and snapped that other one right there with that gap fill. See, it's not about when, it's how long you have to, oh my gosh, is that an unfilled gap? Oh, you are kidding me. I just saw an unfilled gap that's still up here. Here, this thing right here. Whoa. I don't think we can kill that. 75. Let's see if there's 75. Let's see, 75, has it ever been taken out? Oh, yeah, no, 75 has not been taken. Yikes, this is a nightmare. But see, you can have long trends like that, right? But my gosh, look at that stupid candle sitting out there by itself even. Oh my gosh, this is tough. I'd still have to say that natural gas is coming down. I mean, seriously. But here's the thing is why I'm nervous about this is now colder spells are kicking in, and I'm telling you what, this thing could go like this on us. So I don't know. I can't make a decision. It'd have to be a very quick scalp. The only way you could do this, it's already, okay, so the only way you could do this, it'd be tough because they could punch that just briefly and come back up on you. Even if you're on the short side of that. I mean, on the short side, you know, the KOLD. I mean, whew, this is a tough one. I'm not going to lie. This one's, the risk to reward, it's not clean, and not the picture on this one. So, on a pause again, we'll go forward on this. Yeah, just to see, it's about the same thing. You got this and that. It's about the same thing going on here. I don't know why I did the other gap. Sorry. You got the gaps down. Volume, same story. Boom, and then it pulls back. And then you have another slap candle that comes down when everybody's in panic. Oh, that's a boy. I thought I'd type in UNG. I'm sorry. Well, you know. All right, my friends, this one's interesting. So this is the Bitcoin. Just looking at it real quick. I'm going to show you. This is a tough one, kinda. Looks like the Bitcoin's because the BITO is the opposite of the Bitcoin. You got this thing starting to turn up here. It was the BITE was oversold. And now here, you stayed within the candle when they launched it up here. See how it's in within the candles, those 2 candles? So here's the thing and you got this gap here that wants to fill. And how is it? So, I mean, seriously, what is going on here? This is but you do have 2 gaps down below. It's a mess, but it looks like Bitcoin, it's, boy, but it looks like it's going lower. But anyway, I'm going to move on. Okay, here's silver, the one that I've been trying to play with. It's still, oh geez, why is it the MACD, darn it? What is going on here? It still looks way overbought. I mean, I know there's a run to there, but look at this. You got the gap up they pulled on us, and we're going to probably try to fill that gap. Looking at the volume here and the accumulation. So you're going to probably end up in here somewhere. But how long? I mean, that's the question. You're going to end up filling that gap and sitting here. And then we'll see what happens. You got a gap here too, down this range. And volume was low down here. Wow, what a mess. And you get another gap, 3 gaps. I'm telling you, this is going to, I mean, God, this thing could be range bound here to that top. It is kind of a topping candle. What I mean is that the volumes, oh God, look at that. It looks like a distribution on that darn candle. Yeah, boy, I'm telling you. Oof. I'm still thinking it's advantage short. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Because you got that distribution candle where they're unloading everybody when they hit the top on this thing right here. And you know what I mean? So that gives them a lot of room to unpound and move people, get clear out those positions, move it down. And we got this gap here. Yeah, I'm telling you, you got to lean on the bear side on this one. Because see, I'm trying to look for bulls and bears. So the bears are going to have advantage on this one, especially the MACD starting to try to roll over. And it's been bouncing back and forth, but it looks like it's trying to roll over. Okay, so I'm going to have to shoot for this. So I'm going to hold to see what happens tomorrow. Okay. And now this is an important one. This is your treasuries, the TMV, right? This is the unloading of bonds. We had that weird situation in Japan where they were going to float the treasuries we talked about. The thing is, it's probably going to try to come up here and fill that gap that's sitting right there between those 2 candles. It's also got a W pattern. Look at this. God. So here's the thing is, you got a W pattern, and also it's almost even like a cup and handle at the same time. So come up here and pull back. So I'm telling you, I was hoping for a pullback. Boy, I missed that sucker when it really took off. Because when you look back at this thing, let's see. Oh my gosh, what is happening? What? Let's see where we at. Is there room? Oh, see, there's a lot of room here on this TV. Actually, it's not a bad TMV. I'm sorry, it's a good trade overall because you got this gap up here, you got a gap here, you got a gap here, and you got this W pattern for. Oh my goodness, so that means the bonds. Boy, they're going to start unloading bonds. So what does that mean? That means they're going to have trying to get in more into the market. But it can be a bad thing too. They could be dumping assets. So, but it's a tend to sign that somebody might want to be stepping into the market a little bit, I think. So we'll have to think about that. But anyway, so it's a good trade on the long side. But boy, I wish I would have caught that sucker down here. I almost grabbed the darn thing too. I was loading on all the other trades. I was going to grab it about here. That's what I should have done instead of doing silver. Should have grabbed that thing and rode it. Dang it. All right, so moving on. All right, let's load in the volatility index. Let's see what we got here. This is what is the driver. This is the thing we want to really pay attention to. Oh my goodness, we had an engulfing candle. Okay, look. Okay, I'm going to teach you about, I don't know if you feel engulfing candles. Those are dangerous for the following day. But, okay, here's the reason of the engulfing candle. Because, see, if you have a engulfing candle like this one, that engulfed this one, right, and to the downside. So sometimes you have another down day following engulfing, right? Sorry, that's just terrible. Anyway, so you have this candle here that engulfed the green one, like ate it up. And that means that the following day is probably going to be whatever direction it moved to engulf it, okay? Now, we got the same thing here. So, I mean, I thought the markets are going to be really tanky tomorrow. I know you like Kirky all the damn place. This market is all the place. So, but see if there's a engulfing downside. So, what that can happen is when you get a engulfing candle like that, we can be range bound inside this candle. But if it's going to tendency to break down here, so the VIX might pull back tomorrow even more. But remember, we've had situations where the VIX is pulling down, the market's going down lately, and that is crazy. And some guy on the phone goes, "I've never seen this." Let's see how the VIX is looking. Oh, my kid. Yeah, let's see how on the MACD. Let's see what they look at the MACD. All right. Gosh darn it. All right. Oh, yeah, that's terrible. Anyway, a lot of room still. We're below the zero line here. And it's trying to come down a touch, but it's still got room to go up here. So VIX, like I said, between 20 and 25 you know, it's got room to go back up here. So I would say that we have room to hit that 25 still. Okay. And also you have 3 reds. 1, 2, 3. Remember, it's usually one of black crows. They come moving down on a engulfing candle. So that makes it tough. If that would have came down here, then I'd say, oh my God, we have a green day. So that's a tough one. See, like you can hear green day, then red. That's three white soldiers or knights or whatever they want to call it, right? I'm trying to see if we have any engulfing when I show you again. Yeah, see, here's another engulfing. See, here's got this green, this engulfing, and then down red, right? That one's right there too. Do we got another engulfing candles? Well, this is, see, this is where it's broken. That's what's weird. That's a broken one, but eventually did hit it. But it came out and took out the down the road. It took out that engulfing in that direction. So there you go. You had 3 white soldiers, then boom, and then it went flat and boom. So there you got the 3 white soldiers. Then engulfing. I'm just trying to show you. So engulfings. Yeah, that's kind of engulfing here. See this? That's engulfing there, and then we had this plane down here, and then broke it, the direction it moved into the engulfing. Darn. So they, you know, here's the thing: is they could probably, if the market's going to fall with the VIX like it should, but it hasn't been lately, this means that this could actually be a freaking crazy day tomorrow. It could actually end up being freaking green. The markets. Isn't that crazy? All right, so I'll do a morning analysis and see if there's anything else. The VIX, gold, silver, blah, blah, blah. That's the best trades out there right now. There's the platinum, but I'm not ready for that. There's another engulfing. Now, there's one that kind of broke the rules. Well, no, it didn't. There's another engulfing there. I've never had it seen so close. Had the green engulfing, went in between, like I said, and then smacked it. And that's it. That's why you had a finishing of that, where then it went and drifted down. So, all right, engulfing candles. Well, there's one's kind of, I don't know, let's not go there. But see, there's another one, engulfing, and then the green then dropped. So let's look at this again. Boy, that VIX, darn it. See, this thing's a mess. You get engulfing, 3 down. So we're going to be somewhere in here tomorrow. And it could probably pinch the bottom. Is that why futures are up? Let's look at that again. Green market. Yeah. Looks like they're going to pump it. Pump it until they dump it. What does it mean for silver? Because that means they're buying assets. So I'll probably have to cover that thing tomorrow. Yep. Let's look at that again. Let's take a look at the silver. My God, Kirk, we've done this a million times, but here we go. Let's see, commodities. Just showing the thought process. You got to work back and forth. Oh my goodness, my gosh! No wonder I'm worn out. Good Lord, I'm exhausted here. All right, natural gas is not. Boy, I don't know. Where's silver? Boy, look at that. Not very much off the down take. Well, anyway, all right. Well, that's it. I'm sorry, this is a long video. Take care and God bless.